The entire Maricosta 1993 championship football team wishes all levels of current Mustang football teams much success this year. Let's go Mustangs, step up. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jeremy Sadowski, and I'm here to bring you exciting 2023 Maricosta Mustang varsity football. Tonight, your Mustangs travel to Murrieta Mesa High School to take on the Rams in the CIF Division 6 semifinals. The Rams are head coached by former Notre Dame and Arizona Cardinal tight end Oscar McBride, and they enter tonight's contest with an overall record of 6-6 and 4-1 for second place in the Big West Lower League. Murrieta Mesa, like your Mustangs, had a very tough preseason schedule. They started off at home versus Tesoro and lost 27-7. Then they traveled to Vista Murrieta and lost 35-3. Then they went to Valencia and lost 20-14. They returned home versus Murrieta Valley and lost 29-25. Then they were home again versus Beaumont and lost 44-14. They traveled to Santiago and got their first win of the season, 34-21. Then they followed that up with a home victory versus Temecula Valley, 52-17. They traveled to Great Oak and lost 14-7, and then went to Corona and were victorious 49-0. The Rams then returned home and won versus King 31-14 to finish off league play and secure second place in the Big West Lower League. The Rams started the CIF Division 6 playoffs at home versus Laguna Hills and were victorious 45-14. And then last week they were on the road at La Habra in the quarterfinals and won 28-14. Your Maricosta Mustangs are head coached by Don Morrow in his 31st season as the Maricosta head varsity football coach, and they enter tonight's contest with a record of 5-7. The Mustangs started off the season at St. Francis and lost 34-21. Then they traveled to Mayfair and lost 44-35. They returned home for their first game at Waller Stadium and lost 56-23 versus Damien. They followed that up with a loss at home versus San Juan Hills, 28-20. They finished off their three-game homestand versus Villa Park and lost 28-13. The Mustangs then traveled to Culver City to start Bay League play and lost a heartbreaker 14-13. And then they returned home versus Palos Verdes and lost 9-7. Maricosta then traveled to Santa Monica and got their first victory of the season, 28-21, and then they traveled to Peninsula and were victorious 35-15. The Mustangs then returned home versus Redondo Union and were victorious in the Battle at the Beach, 21-14, securing third place in Bay League and an automatic playoff bid. The Mustangs then traveled to Yucaipa in the first round of the CIF Division 6 playoffs and were victorious 28-13. Last week, the Mustangs returned home in the quarterfinals and won 45-27 versus Cypress. The Murrieta Mesa Rams started the season off 0-5, and your Maricosta Mustangs started off the season 0-7. It's not how you start, but it's how you finish that matters, as one of these schools will advance to the CIF Division 6 playoffs as your Maricosta Mustangs take the field. It's time to get to work as your Mustangs prepare for kickoff of the CIF Division 6 semifinals. The captains are meeting at midfield for tonight's coin toss. For your Maricosta Mustangs, number 31, senior Jacob Goldberg, number 66, senior Thomas Field, number 10, senior Reese Leonard, and number 72, senior Michael Saltemeyer. The captains for the Marietta Mesa Rams are number 7, senior C.J. Moran, number 44, senior Lance Fitty, number 77, senior Mason James, and number 2, senior Chico Orhe. Your Maricosta Mustangs won tonight's coin toss and have elected to defer to the second half. The Rams will receive tonight's opening kickoff and start off on offense. In the other CIF Division 6 semifinal game, the Huntington Beach Oilers are at the Simi Valley Pioneers. The winner of that contest will advance to the CIF Division 6 championship game and will play either Marietta Mesa or your Maricosta Mustangs. I'll keep you updated on that score all evening long, and we are getting close to kickoff at Rams Stadium on the campus of Marietta Mesa High School as senior Nico DeSisto is getting ready to kick off for your Maricosta Mustangs. It's a high end over-ender that goes deep in through the end zone, and the Rams will start off on their own 20-yard line. The Rams are led at quarterback by senior Julian Silva, and they feature a balanced attack. Silva fakes the handoff. He's going deep down the left-hand side and completes it to number 10, Derek Hart. Good for a Ram first down at their own 48-yard line. The handoff goes to the big captain, number 7, C.J. Moran, and he plows forward for another first down. The Rams are coming out in a hurry-up offense and try a wide receiver screen that is read perfectly by Brad Shearer. Let's take another look at this play as Shearer comes flying in and stops the receiver immediately for a loss. That was number 83, Tristan Valampando, on the reception for Marietta Mesa. Of course, the Mustangs see a lot of wide receiver screens during practice, as that's one of the Mustang offense's favorite plays. Handoff goes to the single back, Moran, and Moran is stumbling through the Mustang defense. Another big gain by the big back, setting up a 3rd and 5. The handoff again goes to Moran. He works his way to the right, cuts back to the left, will pick up about 3 yards on the play. That will be a 4th down and 2 situation for Mesa. Silva hands the ball off to the single back, and he's going to be stopped in the backfield for a loss. Goldberg is there, Butler and Jackie the Rock Reach. Huge play by the Maricosta defense, stopping the Rams on 4th down, and they read that play beautifully as number 66 Thomas Field was the first Mustang in, and then Jacob Goldberg was able to bring him down with some help from his friends. Mustangs start off their first possession of the game. Penalty flag. Let's see what the call on the field is going to be. And it looks like it is going to be a false start versus the Mustangs. So that will march them back 5 yards at their own 30-yard line. 1st and 15. Pistol formation. De La Cruz fakes a handoff and tries to pass it out to his big tight end, Luke Meeker. Incomplete. 2nd down and 15 for the Mustangs. Pistol formation. Man in motion from right to left. It's a high snap. De La Cruz is able to field it off a bounce and avoid a big turnover there. Mustangs got lucky on that play. It's going to be 3rd and very long now for Maricosta. I formation, man in motion from right to left. Mustangs are going to play it conservative, handing it off to the tailback. That's freshman A.J. McBean on the carry. McBean has had a tremendous freshman year for Maricosta, and that penalty will be versus the Mustangs, declined and setting up a 4th down punting situation. Charlie O'Connor to punt for Maricosta. It's a very high kick, fielded and returned to, it looks like, midfield, where Mesa will start their second possession with 9 minutes and 14 seconds to go here in the first quarter of play. Pistol formation. Silva hands the ball off to Randolph, and he's going to pick up about 5 yards into Mustang territory. 2nd down and 5. Marietta Mesa in that hurry-up attack. Silva back to pass. He throws it to the left and completes it to Lindsey, and Lindsey's going to go the distance for a 45-yard touchdown. The Marietta Mesa Rams are on the board. Aubrey Olson on to attempt the extra point for the Rams. It's through the uprights and good, and the Rams lead your Mustangs 7-0 with 8:50 to go here in the first quarter. Olson to kick off for Mesa. It's a high short kick taken at about the 5-yard line by Hall. Hall's breaking free up the middle, and he's going to get past the 40 to about the Mustang 41-yard line, where the Mustangs will start this possession. Your Maricosta Mustangs are looking to get the offense going here in the first quarter of the CIF Division 6 semifinals, as your Mustangs trail the Rams by 7. Empty back formation. De La Cruz in shotgun. He takes the snap. He steps to his right, and he's going to be taken down for a sack by number 75, Isaiah Casillas. 2nd down and long. Trips to the right. De La Cruz back to pass. He swings it out to Dean Stazzo, and Stazzo will get past the 40 to about the 43-yard line. Stazzo is able to pick up the yardage that was lost on the sack on 1st down. It's 3rd and 10 now for the Mustangs. Shotgun formation. De La Cruz back to pass. He's throwing it deep down the left-hand side. He's got a man. That's Reese Leonard. And Leonard is all the way down to the 20-yard line. 1st down Mustangs. Huge pass play for the Mustangs. Let's take another look at this play as Nico De La Cruz is able to hit Leonard, and he gets all the way down to about the Mesa 22-yard line. 1st down Maricosta. Offset right, pistol I formation, running back motion right. De La Cruz takes the snap. He steps to his left, now up in the pocket, and throws it towards the end zone, and it's nearly intercepted. De La Cruz is fortunate that pass was not intercepted. setting up a second down situation for Maricosta. I formation. De La Cruz under center. He takes the snap, pitches it back to the tailback McBean, and McBean is caught in the backfield for a loss by number 22, Onye. Offset right. Pistol I formation. De La Cruz rolls to the right. Now throws it on the run and has a receiver. That's Reese Leonard once again. He's able to haul it in inside the 10 for a first and goal, Mustangs. Let's take another look at this play as it was well set up to avoid that good pass rush from Marietta, as Reese Leonard is able to haul it in at about the 7-yard line. First and goal, Mustangs. 3-back formation. De La Cruz under center. He fakes the handoff, rolls to his right, and it's batted down, intended for Luke Meeker. That ball was nearly intercepted. Second down and goal for the Mustangs. 3-back formation. The pitch goes back to A.J. McBean, and McBean is going to be caught in the backfield once again. That's 75, Isaiah Castillas, who had the sack versus De La Cruz. Third down and goal for the Mustangs. De La Cruz takes the snap. He's back to pass. He throws it towards the right, and it's incomplete. And the officials are ruling that an interception. Let's take another look at this play as we see De La Cruz throwing the ball out in the flat, and the ball is going to be caught but off of the bounce. That should have been ruled an incomplete pass. However, it was ruled an interception, and Mesa will take over at their own 2-yard line. Silva fakes the handoff and will take it himself and get to the 5-yard line, just trying to get some breathing room on this drive. Second down and 8 situation. Silva rolls to his right, throws it towards the sideline, and it is going to be incomplete. Third down and long to go for the Rams. Silva takes the snap. He's back to pass. He throws it towards the left and completes it just before the 20-yard line. First and 10. Rams again going towards that hurry-up offense here, as it's a good play fake and a completion out towards the left-hand side for a few yards on the play, setting up a second down and 5 situation. Pistol formation. Silva hands the ball off to Moran, and Moran is met by Jackie the Rock Reach and Owen Sedlick, setting up a third and short. The handoff again goes to Moran, and Moran's trying to work his way around the right-hand side. It looks like he might be short of the yard to gain. Let's see where the officials are going to spot this ball. And he is short. It's going to be a 4th down and 2 situation, and the Rams will punt. Huge defensive stand for the Mustangs. It's a high snap. Moran is able to haul it down and get a good kickoff, and it takes a tremendous Marietta Mesa roll all the way down to the Mustang 22-yard line, where Maricosta will start this possession with 3:34 left to go in the first quarter. Offset left, pistol I formation, flags a flying. Another false start versus the Mustangs. That will set them back 5 yards, 1st and 15. Pistol formation. De La Cruz takes the snap and hands it off to the single back. That's Matty Miller. He'll pick up a couple yards on the play, setting up a second down and long situation for Maricosta.
Nico, read this.
Offset left, pistol I formation. De La Cruz hands the ball off to the tailback. That's A.J. McBean, and McBean gets a good surge up the middle Good blocking there by the Maricosta offensive line. That's going to set up a third down and about 4 situation for the Mustangs. Trips to the right. Pistol formation. Running back motion left. De La Cruz throws it out to the right. Completes it to senior Charlie O'Connor. And he'll get past the 42, about the Mustang 42-yard line. First down, Mustangs. Trips to the left. Single back formation. Mesa shifts to the right. Now motion left to right. And the Mustangs set up a running back screen. And the officials are saying that Miller caught it and then fumbled it. I don't think he ever really had possession of that ball. However, the officials are calling it a fumble. The Rams will start this possession in Mustang territory at the 43-yard line. Pistol formation, it's nearly intercepted by O'Connor. Nice defensive play by Charlie. Let's see what the call on the field is going to be. It's going to be against Marietta Mesa, so that will march him back, and that will set up a 1st and 15 situation. The handoff goes to Royal Randolph, and Randolph tries to work his way around the left-hand side. Not much yardage on that play, setting up a 2nd down and long. Shotgun formation. Silva back to pass. He completes it to Lindsey, and Lindsey, who had the long touchdown reception for Mesa, gets a 1st down. Pistol formation. The handoff goes to the big running back, Moran, and Moran is able to get a few yards up the middle. Good job by the Mustang defense, bringing that big back down. Silva back to pass. He throws it over the middle, incomplete. Good defensive coverage by Maricosta. Pistol formation. Handoff goes to the single back Moran, and Moran works his way up the middle for another Ram 1st down. Again, that balanced attack of Marietta Mesa is being displayed on this drive as Silva goes towards the end zone, incomplete, intended for Moran. 2nd down and 10, Mesa. Pistol formation. The handoff goes to Moran, and Moran works his way around the left-hand side. The ball is free, and it looks like the Mustangs have recovered. Indeed, they have. That's Owen Sedlick, the senior defensive lineman, jumping on the ball and getting a huge turnover for the Mustangs. Let's take another look at this play as Moran gets hauled in by Thomas Field, and then that set up the senior captain, Jacob Goldberg, to knock the ball free, and then Owen Sedlick jumped on it. Great defensive teamwork there by Maricosta. Thomas Field holding him up, Jacob Goldberg knocking it loose, and Sedlick recovering the fumble. The handoff goes to McBean for no gain, and that will do it for the first quarter. Your Mustangs trail the Rams by 7. I'd like to take this time to thank Skechers for their continued support of Mustang football and Maricosta athletics, and to remind you fans to attend the Skechers peer-to-peer friendship walk presented by Nickelodeon. Go the extra mile for our children. The entire Maricosta 1993 championship football team wishes all levels of current Mustang football teams much success this year. Let's go Mustangs, step up. The Mustangs will start the second quarter, 2nd down and 10 at their own 13-yard line. Shotgun formation. De La Cruz back to pass. He throws it out to the left and completes it to Dean Stazzo. Stazzo will pick up 8 yards on the play. And that will set up a third down and short situation for the Mustangs. Pistol formation. De La Cruz. Quick pass out to the left. This time he completes it to Charlie O'Connor, and O'Connor will pick up a Mustang first down. Mustang offense looking to get on the board. The pitch goes out to A.J. McBean. He works his way around the right-hand side. Will pick up about 3 yards on the play. That's going to set up a second down and 7 situation for the Mustangs. Timeout Rams, as your Maricosta Mustang offense is looking to get on the board here in the second quarter with 11 minutes and 22 seconds left to go in the first half. Trips to the left. Mustangs in shotgun. De La Cruz takes the snap. He throws it out to the right, and Charlie O'Connor makes an incredible one-handed catch, and he was able to get both feet in bounds. He only needed 1 foot. He got both feet in bounds. Let's take another look at this play as O'Connor makes yet another incredible catch this season. As we see, he's able to haul it in with that left hand while getting both feet in bounds. Incredible concentration by the senior wide receiver. Trips to the left, man in motion from left to right. De La Cruz takes the snap, he pumps to the right, now throws it back to the left and completes it to Reese Leonard on the wide receiver screen. Mesa read that play perfectly and tackled him for a loss. 4 receiver set. De La Cruz getting pressured out of the pocket. Now he throws it to the left, completes it to Leonard, and Leonard is able to break free from a tackle and pick up a big gain and a Mustang first down. Mustangs are in Ram territory. Trips to the left. De La Cruz back to pass. He throws it deep over the middle, and it's incomplete. Nearly completed that to Reese Leonard. Broken up by Williams. Second down and 10 Mustangs at the Ram 41-yard line. The handoff goes to the single back, and he's able to work his way around the left-hand side for a few yards. Is freshman running back A.J. McBean. Third down and about 5 to go for Maricosta. Offset right, pistol I formation. De La Cruz rolls to his right, throws it towards the sideline, and it's going to be incomplete. Intended for 15, senior Dean Stazo, and that will bring up a 4th down and 6 situation for Maricosta. Mustang offense remains out on the field. De La Cruz back to pass. He throws it towards the left-hand side, incomplete, intended for Leonard, broken up nicely by the Mesa defense, and that will be a turnover on downs. Rams start this possession at their own 36-yard line. Silva passes it out to the left, completes it, and the receiver is able to get near midfield. That's number 10. Derek Hart on the reception for the Rams. Again, the Rams are going to that hurry-up offense, pistol formation. The handoff goes to Royal Randolph, and he slips trying to make a cut, and that will be a 3-yard loss on the play, setting up a 2nd and 13. Pistol formation. Silva fakes the handoff. He throws it down the right-hand side and completes it to number 83. That's Tristan Villapando on the reception. First down, Rams. Man in motion from right to left. Motion on the play. It looks like that left tackle jumped early, and it will be a false start versus the Rams. 1st and 15. Empty back formation. Silva back to pass. Setting up that wide receiver screen. Completes it. Good job by the Mustang defense to break down and get a nice tackle. Second down and long for the Rams. Shotgun formation. Silva back to pass. He throws it deep down the middle. He's got a man that's Hart, and he will take it all the way down to about the Mustang 5-yard line. First and goal, Mesa. Pistol formation. Silva fakes the handoff and throws it out to the left and completes it to Jamison down to the Mustang 1-yard line. I formation. Silva hands the ball off to Moran, and Moran goes up the middle and into the end zone for a Ram touchdown. Olsen to attempt the extra point for the Rams. It's through the uprights and good, and the Rams extend their lead over the Mustangs to 14-0 with 6:48 to go here in the first half. Olsen to kick off for Marietta Mesa. Maricosta offense looking to get things going here. It's a short kick, and it's going to roll out of bounds. Fortunate bounce for the Mustangs. Kind of was in no man's land. There wasn't really a Mustang near the ball. Luckily, that ball went out of bounds. Mustangs will take over at their own 35-yard line. De La Cruz back to pass, and he's going to be sacked, and that's Moran on the sack. He just got the touchdown run for Mesa. Now he gets a sack. Second down and long. Again, that Maricosta offense is looking to get things going here in the second quarter of play. Pistol formation, trips to the right. De La Cruz back to pass, and he is going to be taken down. No, he slips out of the tackle and is able to maybe pick up a couple yards on the play. Nifty footwork there by De La Cruz. I thought he was going down, but was able to break free and set up a third down situation for the Mustangs. Offset right, pistol I formation. Nico De La Cruz rolls to his right. He's looking downfield and is able to get the pass off, but it is incomplete, intended for Reese Leonard. Setting up a fourth down punting situation for Maricosta. O'Connor to punt for the Mustangs. He gets a booming kick off, and that's going to get past both returners, and it's still rolling inside the 10 to about the Mesa 4-yard line. A 66-yard punt by senior Charlie O'Connor pins Mesa deep in their own territory. Handoff goes to the back, and he's going to be taken down right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss on the play. Second down and long for the Rams. Timeout on the field. Marietta Mesa wants to discuss this play. Second down and long at their own 2-yard line. Maricosta defense needs a big stop here as the Mustangs trail the Rams by 14 points with 4 minutes and 19 seconds to go here in the first half. Shotgun formation. Silva fakes the handoff. He's going to take it himself, and he'll get past the 5 to about the 7-yard line, getting some breathing room for the Rams. Second down and about 3 to go. Silva looking towards the sideline, shifting to the shotgun formation. He takes the snap, he throws it quickly out towards the right, incomplete. Brady Prince on the coverage for the Mustangs. Lindsey, who's had a big game for Mesa, was the intended receiver. Fourth down punting situation. Moran back to punt for the Rams, and it's going to be fair caught, dropped, and then jumped on by Hall. Good job by Hall just to regain possession of that ball. Mustangs will start over this possession with 3:35 to go in Ram territory at the Ram 36-yard line. Pistol formation. De La Cruz fakes the handoff, fakes a little step to the right, then to the left, and now he's throwing it down the left-hand sideline, incomplete. Intended for O'Connor. Great footwork there by De La Cruz to avoid the sack. Pistol formation, man in motion from left to right. De La Cruz back to pass. He throws it towards the middle, incomplete, intended for O'Connor. It's going to be pass interference versus Mesa, so that will give the Mustangs a first down at the Mesa 21-yard line. Maricosta looking to get some points on the board before halftime. Trips to the left. De La Cruz fakes the handoff. He's throwing it deep down the left-hand side. He's got a man open. That's Reese Leonard, and he hits him in stride for a Mustangs touchdown. Huge play there by the Maricosta offense, getting the Mustangs on the board here in the second quarter, looking to cut the Mesa lead in half. Let's take another look at this play as quarterback Nico De La Cruz is able to hit Reese Leonard in stride for a 20-yard Mustangs touchdown. Maricosta offense hopefully is getting things all worked out here in the second quarter as they get on the board. Senior Nico DeSisto on to attempt the extra point for the Mustangs. It's up high straight, and it is good. And the Mustangs cut the Mesa lead in half, 14-7 with 3:16 to go here in the first half. DeSisto to kick off. It's a low liner that takes a bounce and goes out of bounds just inside of the left pylon. Penalty against the Mustangs. It will be an offside, so DeSisto will have to kick off once again. Great kick by DeSisto, placing it just inside the pylons. However, he will have to kick off once again. The officials are discussing something with Coach Morrow. Coach Morrow getting clarification on who the penalty was on. Nico DeSisto will kick off once again for Maricosta late in the first half as the Mustangs offense is on the board. Maricosta defense looking to keep that momentum going for the Mustangs as DeSisto will kick off once again. This time it's a high end-over-ender taken at the 5-yard line, and it's a good return by Mesa, breaking free into Mustang territory to about the 37-yard line is number 31, Daniel Ritchie on the return. Great return there by the Rams, trying to get that momentum back on their side. Pistol formation, the handoff goes to Randolph, and he's met by several Mustangs led by Field and Goldberg. 2nd and 8. Again, pistol formation, handoff again goes to Royal Randolph, and this time he's met by 3 Mustangs. Jackie the Rock reach in on that tackle also. Pistol formation. Silva hands the ball off to Moran. Penalty flag flies in as Moran works his way around the left-hand side for a big gain. However, that will come back as it's holding versus Mesa. 3rd down and long. Silva back to pass, and he's going to be taken down for a huge loss on a sack by Thomas Field. Let's take a look at this play as Silva drops back and loses about 15 yards into Mustang territory on the sack. Huge defensive play. That will flip the field position for the Mustangs as Moran is set to punt for Mesa. 4th down and extremely long with 1 minute 39 seconds to go here in the first half. Mesa was driving, but then the Mustang defense just pushed them back, and now it's a low bouncer of a snap. Moran is able to haul it in and get a good kickoff. Hall calls for the fair catch, and the Mustangs will start this possession. Jim Leonard didn't like that contact on Hall. However, the officials didn't see it the same way as Nico De La Cruz throws it towards the left, intended for Reese Leonard. And it looks like the officials are going to agree with Jim Leonard that there was pass interference on that play. As the officials confer, it looks like the initial call was pass interference. Let's see if that is going to be the final call. And it's not going to be a final call. It looks like they were calling for the sideline to back up. Jim Leonard's not going to be happy with that play as De La Cruz finds Reese Leonard across the middle. Big gainer into Mesa territory, and Leonard will definitely be happy with that play as Reese Leonard is able to get all the way to about the 44-yard line. 1st down, Mustangs. Huge play there for the Mustang offense, looking to even up this score right before halftime. De La Cruz directing traffic here. Lots of pre-snap movement, timeout, as the Mustangs were not able to get on the same page. They lost about 20 seconds of time with that indecisiveness. Let's take another look at this replay of that previous catch by and run by Reese Leonard, able to work his way through the zone defense for that huge gainer. 1st and 10, Mustangs. Pistol formation. De La Cruz fakes the handoff. He's back to pass. He steps up in the pocket. He throws it deep down the right-hand side. Incomplete, intended for O'Connor. It's going to be a holding call versus the Mustangs. That's a killer of a call. That will march him back another 10 yards. 1st down and 20. Now in Mustang territory. Single back. De La Cruz under center. The ball is free. Bad exchange, and it's going to be recovered by Moran and the Marietta Mesa Rams. Huge turnover there for Mesa to get the ball back with 44 seconds in Mustang territory. Silva back to pass. He throws it over the middle and completes it. That's Lindsay on the reception. O'Connor on the stop. And the Rams are in business here with under a minute to go. Silva pumps to the left, back to pass. Now he goes back and completes it to the left. 28 seconds to go. Silva back to pass. He throws it over the middle, completes it, and he's decked immediately by Shearer. Rams coming up in that hurry up as time is running out here in the first half. Shotgun formation. Silva back to pass. He's throwing it towards the end zone. Incomplete. Intended for Lindsay. Nearly hauled that one in for a touchdown. 4th down situation. 34-yard field goal for Olsen. It's a high snap. Good hold, and Olsen is able to kick it through the uprights, extending Mesa's lead over the Mustangs by a score of 17-7. With just a few seconds to go here in the first half, Hall will return it for Maricosta, and he will get past the 30 to about the 38-yard line, and that should do it for the first half of play as your Mustangs trail the Rams by 10 at halftime. I'd like to take this time to thank Skechers for their continued support of Mustang football and Maricosta athletics, and to remind you fans to attend the Skechers peer-to-peer friendship walk presented by Nickelodeon. Go the extra mile for our children.
Great play over there.
Welcome back to halftime, fans. Impressive performance by the Marietta Mesa Marching Band. Got an update on the other semifinal game as the Huntington Beach Oilers and the Simi Valley Pioneers are battling it out in Simi Valley. After a scoreless first quarter, Simi Valley scored 10 points in the second quarter to lead 10-0 at halftime. If the Mustangs are going to advance to play the winner of Huntington Beach and Simi Valley in the championship game, they're going to have to come back from a 10-point deficit here versus Marietta Mesa. The Mustangs will receive the second half kickoff. Olsen is set to kick off for the Rams, and the second half is underway. It's a high short kick. It takes a Rams bounce, fielded at about the 7-yard line by Hall, and Hall will get past the 20 to about the 21-yard line, where the Mustangs will start their first possession. Trips to the right, single back formation. De La Cruz back to pass. He's throwing it deep down the right-hand side, and O'Connor is able to haul it in, and he's dragging a defender. Stiff arms another one and is finally pushed out of bounds. Big gainer there for O'Connor as he dragged the defender for, it looked like, about 10-plus yards. Let's take another look at this play, as O'Connor is able to make the back shoulder catch, and then he is able to drag a defender there, literally drag the defender, and then stiff arm another defender, and then finally break the tackle on, and then tippy toe down the sideline before getting knocked out of bounds. Incredible footwork and strength there by Charlie O'Connor, picking up what looks to be 44 yards, dragging a defender for about 14 yards of that play. De La Cruz going back to O'Connor, incomplete. Second down and 10 Mustangs. Mustangs trailing by 10 here, trying to get points on the board and get closer. Single back formation. De La Cruz. Penalty flags on the play. It's going to be another false start versus the Mustangs. That plagued the Mustangs offense the first part of this contest. De La Cruz back to pass. He throws it out to the right and incomplete. Intended for Matty Miller. It's going to bring up a third down and 15 situation. De La Cruz back to pass. He throws it over the middle and completes it to Luke Meeker, his big tight end, and he's fighting forward, and it looks like he has enough for a Mustang first down. Big play there for the Mustang offense, keeping this drive alive. De La Cruz going back to his left this time, and making a back shoulder sliding catch is Reese Leonard. The difficulty factor on that catch was very high. De La Cruz throws it out towards the right, incomplete. Looks like it was intended for Stazo, bringing up a second down and 10. Shotgun formation. De La Cruz back to pass. He throws it over the middle. That's Reese Leonard coming across the field and going untouched into the end zone for a 15-yard Mustangs touchdown. That's his second of the night. Big play there for the Mustang offense. Coming out of halftime and seizing momentum here in the second half. Let's take another look at this play as Reese Leonard works his way all the way across the field, and the defender was nowhere to be seen, and Leonard gets into the end zone untouched. I don't know how Reese could have been left that wide open. Of course, O'Connor's having a big game tonight too, so pick your poison. Penalty is against the Mustangs. That will march them back 5 yards on the extra point. Another penalty on the play. Let's see what the call is going to be. I think it might be against Mesa. Let's see what the officials came up with here after a short conversation. And it is going to be against Mesa, so it'll be back to the 3-yard line. DeSisto to attempt the extra point. The snap is good, the hold is good, the kick is through the uprights and good. However, there was another false start versus the Mustangs, so that will move them back 5 yards once again. And this time it's good again, so the third time's the charm for the Mustangs as they cut into the Marietta Mesa lead. The Rams lead the Mustangs 17-14 here in the third quarter. DeSisto places the ball perfectly inside the left pylon and out of bounds, a touchback. Great job there to avoid kicking it out of bounds and saving the Mustangs 15 yards. Run goes up the middle, and Royal Randolph has nowhere to go as the Mustang defense is there. Picks up a couple yards. Little movement there by the Rams. It will be a false start, so that will march them back 5 yards, take away that gain. 2nd and 13. Silva back to pass. He's throwing it deep down the left-hand side, intended for Lindsey, incomplete. Lindsey had that long touchdown reception to start off this game. 3rd down and 13. Silva back to pass, setting up the wide receiver screen, or the running back screen to Lindsey, and Lindsey is met immediately and thrown down for what appears to be a loss by Jacob Goldberg. The senior captain linebacker's having himself quite a game to start. 4th down, 14, punting situation. Moran on to punt for Mesa. And that's a low line drive kick, and that's going to take a very good Mesa roll and get all the way into Mustang territory, where Maricosta will start its second possession of the second half at its own 41-yard line with 8:41 to go in the quarter. 4 receiver set, Mustangs in the pistol formation. De La Cruz back to pass. Here comes the rush by the Rams, and he's going to be taken down for a sack. Nowhere to go for Nico De La Cruz. Getting up a little bit shaken up. Hopefully Nico will be okay. He's trying to play through it though. He was sacked once again by Casillas. Casillas has had quite a game on the defensive line for the Rams. De La Cruz rolls to his left to avoid the rush, and incomplete. Intended for Reese Leonard. Good play design there by Coach Morrow, rolling Nico out away from the rush. This defensive line is quite big and fast. De La Cruz completes it out to the right to Berga Donovan, and Berga Donovan gets near the original line of scrimmage. However, that will be 4th down punting situation for the Mustangs. O'Connor to come in to punt for Maricosta. And it's going to be a false start versus the Mustangs. So it'll be 4th down and 16 for Maricosta. Give Charlie a little bit more room to work with as he kicks another booming kick. to about the 25-yard line where Mesa will take over. However, there is a penalty on the play. Let's see what the call is going to be. It's going to be a holding call versus the Rams, so that will knock them back to about their 14-yard line, it looks like. Handoff goes to Moran. Moran's trying to work his way around the right-hand side, and he is going to be stuffed by the Mustangs defense. Nuthall was over there, picks up a few yards on the play. Handoff goes up the middle to Moran again, and Moran goes down hard. Hopefully he is okay. He went down very hard. That big running back, 220 pounds, rolling downhill, and he hit hard. Hopefully Moran will be okay. He's been quite an impact player on both sides of the ball for the Rams as he's able to walk off under his own strength. Quite a load to deal with for the Mustangs on both sides of the ball as Silva goes down the middle and hits Lindsey, and the Rams are in Mustang territory all of a sudden after a couple plays. 1st and 10. Again, the Rams, once they have a big play, like to go no huddle, pistol formation. The handoff goes to Randolph, and he's stuffed. Looks like for a loss on the play. Nowhere to run. They're giving him the line of scrimmage, but nothing more. Silva back to pass. He throws it down the middle. Incomplete. Penalty flags on the play. I disagree with that call. It looks like that was clean. However, they're calling it pass interference versus the Mustangs. Valpando was the intended receiver. I disagree with that call. It looked like it was a clean play by the Mustang defense. Pistol formation, handoff. Or they fake it to Randolph, now setting up a wide receiver screen, and Shearer was not fooled at all by that play. Loss on the play, pistol formation. Silva changing up the play. It looks like he might go under center. Now he steps back into a shotgun formation. Randolph to his side. Silva back to pass. He's looking, he's got time. He throws it deep down the middle, and it is going to be incomplete. Nearly able to complete that to Jamison coming back, but just unable to make the catch. 3rd down and long for the Rams. Empty back formation. Silva back to pass. He throws it towards the right-hand side, incomplete. Again, good coverage by the Mustang secondary, bringing up a 4th down situation for the Rams. 51-yard field goal attempt for Olsen. The snap is good, the hold is good, the kick is up high, and it's going to be wide left. He had enough strength on it, but just pushed it to the left, and the Mustangs will take over with 4:52 to go. The Mustang defense holds. De La Cruz stepping up in the pocket. Here comes the rush, and he's caught down low and taken down for a sack. That's number 22. Onye on the sack for the Rams. Again, that defensive line is quite powerful and quick. The Mustang offensive line has their work cut out for them this evening. Let's see what the call on the field is going to be. And it's going to be a personal foul versus the Rams. Huge penalty there. That will give the Mustangs an automatic 1st down. Whoa, we got movement way early. That was O'Connor. He was anxious to get off the line. He's having himself quite a playoff. run this year for the Mustangs. He had that dominating performance versus Ukaipa in the first round, and then Reese Leonard had a dominating performance in the second round, and O'Connor has come to play here in the third round, the semifinal round. It's second down, high formation. De La Cruz hands off to the tailback. That's A.J. McBean, and he's going to pick up 5 yards to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Third down and 10 Mustangs. Again, shotgun formation. Trips to the right. De La Cruz steps to his left. Now throws it to the left. And are they ruling that a completion? And they are. An incredible diving catch there by senior Dean Stazzo. Let's take another look at this play. As Dean just laid out and made a great catch there near the sideline and is able to get what appears to be a knee down before going out of bounds. Great job there by the senior receiver, picking up a Mustang first down. First and 10, Mustangs at their own 48-yard line. De La Cruz back to pass. He steps now to the left, throws it to the left, incomplete, intended for McBean, and it looks like McBean is shaken up. Hopefully AJ will be back in action for the Maricosta Mustangs. Looks like he's trying to get off under his own power, walking a little bit gingerly. Again, the freshman running back has had quite a freshman season. I cannot remember a freshman having the impact that McBean has had at the varsity level. And I've seen a lot of good players come through Maricosta. Never have I seen a freshman make the impact that McBean has made. Hopefully we'll see AJ real soon, hopefully on this drive. De La Cruz back to pass. He steps up in the pocket. He's going to take it himself, and he's going to go out of bounds. Nice gainer there by De La Cruz. He normally will slide, but this time he takes it himself to gain a couple extra yards to set up a third down and workable situation for the Mustangs. Shotgun formation, De La Cruz back to pass. He steps up in the pocket. He spins through a tackle and is finally taken down. He might have gotten a yard or two on that carry. Again, it appears that De La Cruz is shaken up a little bit. Hopefully he'll be okay. As we see the Rams athletic trainers coming out to help De La Cruz, as we see the Mustang trainer now coming out to give Nico a little bit of assistance. It looks like he might have just had his wind knocked out of him as he's able to run off under his own power. O'Connor to come on to punt. It's another booming high kick that is fair caught at the Rams 25-yard line with 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Murrieta Mesa will take over, leading the Mustangs by 3 points here in the third quarter. Handoff goes to Randolph. He works his way for a few yards up the middle. Shotgun formation. Silva setting up a running back screen to Randolph, and he's met immediately by Jackie the Rock Reach, and he's thrown down. No gain on the play, setting up a third down 7 situation now. Mustangs showing blitz. Goldberg showing the blitz for the Mustangs. He's had quite a game this evening for Maricosta. And here comes Goldberg. And the pass is going to be intercepted. That's Shearer on the interception, directing traffic as he works his way down the right-hand side and is finally forced out of bounds. penalty flag on the play. It appears that the penalty came after the interception. Huge play there by the Mustang defense. Shearer with another interception for Maricosta, of course, and it will be post-interception, so it will be Mustang ball. Let's take another look at this. Of course, Shearer had that nice interception return for a touchdown versus Peninsula, and he nearly got a touchdown here. However, it will be an illegal block on the play by the Mustangs, so that will sort of negate a little bit of that great field position. With 1 minute and 8 seconds to go, the Mustangs are still in the Rams side of the field at the Murrieta Mesa 45. De La Cruz back to pass. He's throwing it deep down the right-hand side. He had O'Connor. Good defensive coverage by the Rams, knocking that one down. 4 receiver set, pistol formation. De La Cruz swings it out towards the right, intended for Meeker. 3rd and 10 Mustangs. 4 receiver set, man in motion from right to left. De La Cruz rolls to his left and throws it back to his right and completes it to O'Connor, and O'Connor breaks a tackle, still on his feet. It looks like he went out of bounds. They were blowing that play dead as O'Connor tried to pick up additional yardage. That's going to set up a 4th down situation for the Mustangs. Mustangs were not able to convert that nice interception by Shearer. O'Connor on to punt. He's going to throw for it. He has Meeker down the right-hand sideline, and Meeker is able to make an over-the-shoulder catch. Great coverage on the play. The Rams weren't fooled by that, but Charlie is able to hit Meeker in stride down the sideline, and Luke Meeker is able to haul it in for a Mustang 1st down. Let's take another look at this play in slow motion as O'Connor is able to hit Luke Meeker in stride right on the sideline, and Meeker is able to pick up enough yardage for a Mustang 1st down. He is able to get 3 feet in before he goes down to the ground, stepping out of bounds and losing the ball. That is definitely a reception, and a Mustang 1st down. Trips to the left. Pistol formation. De La Cruz throwing it deep down the left-hand side. A high arcing pass, and it is complete to Charlie O'Connor. So O'Connor makes a nice pass, and now an incredible catch sliding as Nico De La Cruz with the touch on the high arc is able to drop it right into the bucket, and O'Connor is able to haul it in as he slides right at the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, Mustangs. Huge momentum swing on that fake punt as I thought the Mustangs were going to give up possession of the ball after Shearer was able to get that nice interception. Timeout on the field. Mr. Momentum is showing his fickle nature as he's going back and forth in this 3rd quarter. Right now he's on the Mustangs sideline, and hopefully he'll stay there as the Mustangs are trying to punch it into the end zone and take the lead here in the 3rd quarter with 18 seconds to go. 3-back formation. De La Cruz under center. He hands the ball off to the fullback, Brady Nuthall. He surges into the end zone behind the block of senior Michael Saltemeyer. And the Mustangs take the lead here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What a game here in the semifinals of the CIF Division 6 playoffs. Let's take another look at this play as we see Saltemeyer push forward the pile and Nuthall follow him into the end zone for the Mustangs touchdown. What a comeback for the Mustangs, trailing by 10 points at halftime in the season of the comeback. The snap is high. DeSisto is able to catch it on the fly. He throws it towards the end zone, and it's incomplete. The Mustangs nearly turned a disastrous play into a two-point conversion. However, it will be no good, so the Mustangs have a 3-point lead with 12 seconds to go here in the third quarter as your Mustangs lead the Rams 20-17 for the first time in this contest. The kick goes into the end zone for a touchback. Mustang defense looking to hold the Rams once again as the Mustang offense converted that turnover for points and lead the Rams. Silva rolling out to his right, throwing it towards the sideline, incomplete. Good job by the Mustang defensive line getting pressure on Silva. Shotgun formation. The handoff goes to the single back Moran. He's back in the lineup for the Rams, and he surges forward for about 8 yards, and that will do it for the third quarter. Your Mustangs outscore the Rams 13-0 in the third quarter to take their first lead of this game, 20-17, heading into the fourth and final quarter. I'd like to take this time to thank Skechers for their continued support of Mustang football and MaraCosta athletics, and to remind you fans to attend the Skechers peer-to-peer friendship walk presented by Nickelodeon. Go the extra mile for our children. The entire MaraCosta 1993 championship football team wishes all levels of current Mustang football teams much success this year. Let's go Mustangs, step up. The pitch goes to Moran, and Charlie O'Connor makes a diving tackle, knocking Moran down as he was trying to cut around the left-hand side. He's going to be short of the first down, picked up about a yard on the play, 4th down and 1. I formation, the handoff goes to Moran. The Mustang D is there, and he is stuffed by the Mustang D. Pretty much everybody got in on that tackle. Goldberg, Shear, you name them, they're all there as the Mustang D converges on Moran and stops the big 220-pound tailback dead in his tracks. Turnover on downs, huge play as the Mustang defense comes up big, and the Mustangs take over in Murrieta Mesa territory at the Mesa 30-yard line. 11:44 to go, 4 receivers set. Pistol formation, man in motion from left to right. De La Cruz back to pass. He steps to his right, throws it, and completes it to Stazo. Stazo dives for the end zone. It looks like he made it in, but the officials are marking him that he stepped out of bounds. Let's take another look at this play. As Stazo was the man in motion, De La Cruz steps to his right, and Stazo, it looks like... I can't tell from this angle. He might have stepped out of bounds. He might not have. However, great effort there by Dean. The handoff goes to Nuthall up the middle. Not much yardage on that play. Might have gained a yard or so on the carry. 2nd down and goal, Mustangs inside the 5. MaraCosta looking to take a commanding lead here in the fourth quarter. Handoff goes to the tailback, and he is stuffed. That's Matty Miller. Nowhere to run on that play. 3rd down and goal. De La Cruz in shotgun, directing traffic. Man in motion from left to right. De La Cruz rolls to his right, throws it towards the end zone, and just off the hands of Reese Leonard. That's going to bring up a 4th down situation for the Mustangs. Nico DeSisto on to attempt a 23-yard field goal for Maricosta. The snap is good, the hold is good, and the kick is absolutely perfect. And the Mustangs extend their lead to 6 points, 23-17, with 10 minutes and 2 seconds to go in this game. DeSisto to kick off for Maricosta. Another low line drive kick. This time it hits at the goal line and skips through the end zone for a touchback. The Rams will start at their own 20-yard line. They have to get into the end zone now, trailing by 6. The handoff goes to Randolph. He's working his way up the middle, runs over a defender, and is taken down by Brady Prince. Nice run there by Royal Randolph. Pistol formation. Rams going up in that hurry-up offense. The handoff again goes to Randolph, and this time he works his way around the left-hand side, picking up about 7 yards on the play. 2nd down and 3 for Mesa. Silva looking towards the sideline. Oscar McBride, the former tight end of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and Arizona Cardinals, at the helm for Mesa, as Silva is able to complete it, this time to Hart, and gets into Mustang territory at the Maricosta 41-yard line. Again, the hurry-up offense for Mesa. Silva takes the snap. He's back to pass. He looks towards his left. Now he's forced to scramble out of the pocket. He's going to take it himself and pick up a big gain on the play. 2nd down and 1 for Mesa. Now the Rams go up in that hurry up but slow it down offense now as they hurry to the line. Time out on the field. McBride wants to discuss this play with his offense with 8:09 to go, trailing by 6. Here in the semifinals, pistol formation, handoff goes to Randolph, and Randolph is breaking free and gets a big run down the right-hand side for a 1st down. Pistol formation. Handoff again goes to Royal Randolph. This time the Mustang defense is able to corral him. Jackie the Rock Reach on the stop. About a yard gain on the play for the Rams. Silva hands it off. And then it's a reverse and back to Silva. He throws it out to the right and completes it to Lindsey. Little razzle-dazzle by the Rams. That reverse flea flicker by Mesa will set up a 1st and goal at the 1. I formation. Handoff goes to Moran, and Moran, it looks like, is going to be stuffed right at the goal line there. That's Owen Sedlick was the first Mustang to hit him. 2nd down. Shotgun formation, single back. The handoff goes to that single back, and the ball is on the ground. It looks like the Mustangs recovered it. The officials are discussing, and they are going to rule that it's a touchdown, that Moran had crossed the line, the goal line, before he fumbled. I don't know about that play. Maricosta coaching staff doesn't agree with that call, as Olsen will come on for the extra point, and it's through the uprights, and the Rams have regained the lead 24-23. The Mustang defense nearly forced a fumble at the goal line. However, the officials ruled that Moran had crossed the goal line before he fumbled, and Luke Meeker will return it for the Mustangs to about the 34-yard line, where the Mustangs will take over. Mesa showing blitz. De La Cruz fakes the handoff. He rolls to his right. He tries to get rid of it. The ball is loose. It's picked up by the Mustangs. The officials are calling that incomplete. That was so close. That could have been called either way. 2nd down and 10 Mustangs. Pistol formation. Mesa showing blitz once again. Penalty flags are flying, and it's going to be a false start versus the Mustangs, so that will march them back 5 yards. 2nd down and 15. Mustangs trailing by a point here in the 4th quarter. Again, Mesa showing blitz. De La Cruz back to pass. He's getting swarmed by the Mesa defensive line. He tries to get rid of it. What's the call on the field? Mesa says they recovered the fumble, and this time it is definitely going to be an incomplete pass. Good job there by De La Cruz to just get rid of it. 3rd down and 15 for the Mustangs. De La Cruz rolls to his right, throws it, and completes it to O'Connor at the Mustang 48-yard line. 1st down, Maricosta. Huge play on 3rd down for the Maricosta offense. Let's take another look at this as Mesa shows blitz and then drops back, and De La Cruz finds O'Connor in the middle of what appears to be 4 defenders, and O'Connor is able to haul it down and pick up a Mustang 1st down. Huge play there by the Maricosta offense, trailing by a point here in the 4th quarter of the CIF Division 6 semifinals. Beast mode indeed by the Mustang offense. Man in motion from left to right into a trips right formation. De La Cruz back to pass. He steps up in the pocket. He now steps out towards his right and throws it incomplete. One of the coaches tried to return that ball as he caught it on the sideline. 2nd down and 10. De La Cruz trying to lead this Mustang offense to take the lead once again. He takes the snap. He sets up a little running back screen, and it's incomplete, intended for Miller. Unable to haul it in. However, he wouldn't have gone anywhere as the defense was all over that play. 3rd down and 10 Mustangs. Shotgun formation. High snap. De La Cruz able to haul it down and throw it out to the right and complete it once again to O'Connor. Nice back shoulder catch there by Charlie. Great placement by Nico De La Cruz. Let's take another look at this 3rd down conversion. De La Cruz places the ball in the only place where O'Connor would have any kind of shot at catching it, as that defender was all over Charlie, and that back shoulder catch was absolutely the only opportunity he had to catch it, and it was perfectly thrown. Man in motion. De La Cruz fakes the handoff. He throws it over the middle, and Charlie O'Connor goes on the ladder to haul that one in. And what a catch by the senior wide receiver, Charlie O'Connor. He appears to be shaken up on the play. Hopefully he'll be okay because he's having an incredible game here. Mustangs need O'Connor if they're going to pull this one out. Let's take another look at this play as O'Connor literally goes flying through the air and is able to haul that one in. He could have dunked that ball. He was so high up when he caught it. And he brings it down and holds on to it even though he was shaken up on the play. Huge play there by the senior wide receiver, O'Connor. He's walking off under his own power. We definitely need to see O'Connor back in action here in the fourth quarter. Mustangs trail by a point, first down and 10. De La Cruz back to pass. He steps up in the pocket. He throws it towards the end zone. He's got a man. That's Dean Stazzo in the end zone for a Mustangs touchdown. What a drive by the Mustangs offense as they were able to convert a couple third downs and score, trailing by a point. Let's take another look at this play as De La Cruz is able to avoid the rush, step up in the pocket, and find senior Dean Stazzo coming across the end zone and hit him perfectly in stride for the Mustangs touchdown. The Mustangs are going for two to extend their lead. De La Cruz throws it towards the left and completes it in the end zone. The conversion is good as Reese Leonard hauls that one in, and the Mustangs extend their lead to 7 points here in the fourth quarter. What a job by the Mustangs defense and offense here in the second half. Let's take another look as the Mustangs offense is rolling on all cylinders right now, and Reese Leonard hauls in the 2-point conversion. Charlie O'Connor had some big third down conversions for the Mustangs, and then Stazzo had the touchdown catch, and then Reese Leonard with the 2-point conversion, all thrown by junior quarterback Nico De La Cruz. Pistol formation, the handoff goes to Randolph, and he's going to be stuffed after a couple yards on the play. The Mustang defense has been quite impressive. Again, pistol formation, the throw goes out and incomplete. Third down and 5 for the Mustang defense. The fans are going crazy. Jim Leonard just broke his cowbell. The Maricosta defense needs a stop here, leading by 7 points in the fourth quarter. Shotgun formation. Single back, Silva back to pass. He throws it over the middle, and that ball is going to be intercepted. That's O'Connor. He's back in the lineup for the Mustangs, and he makes a huge play on defense. On that huge fourth down stand that the Mustangs had earlier, O'Connor had that big tackle on third down, setting up fourth down and 1, and now O'Connor is able to haul in an interception. Big defensive performance by Charlie O'Connor, and the Mustangs will take over with 3 minutes and 29 seconds to go in the fourth quarter at their own 44-yard line. Mustangs just looking to run out the clock now as De La Cruz hands it off to Matty Miller. He surges forward for about 6 yards on the play. I formation, De La Cruz under center, man in motion from left to right. The handoff goes to Miller again, and he works his way around the right-hand side and picks up a Mustang first down. Timeout Rams. The Mustangs are looking to advance to the championship round of the CIF Division VI playoffs with only a couple minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter in the semifinals. I formation, De La Cruz under center. He hands the ball off once again to the senior tailback, Matty Miller. He's able to pick up a couple yards on the play. That will bring up a second down and 8 situation for the Mustangs. I formation. Mustangs are in no rush whatsoever at this point of the game. They are just looking to run out the clock. Another first down should do it for Maricosta. Man in motion from right to left. The handoff goes to Miller, and he's going to be stopped right about the line of scrimmage. That's going to set up a third down situation for the Mustangs with 1:20 and running. Liam Meeker in at quarterback for the Mustangs. Man in motion from left to right. Meeker fakes the handoff. He's going to take it himself. Again, the Mustangs are just looking to run out the clock now. It's going to be a fourth down situation with 55 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. 40-yard field goal attempt by senior place kicker Nico DeSisto can all but wrap this contest up for the Mustangs. The snap is good, the hold is good, the kick is up high straight, and it is good! And the Mustangs take a 10-point lead, 34-24 over the Rams here in the semifinals of the CIF Division 6 playoffs. Let's take another look at this play as senior Nico DeSisto all but clinches this victory for the Mustangs right down the middle, and the Mustangs are going to advance to the CIF Division 6 finals. 50 seconds to go, but it's a 10-point lead, and DeSisto will kick off once again for Maricosta through the end zone, and that will be a touchback as the Rams trail the Mustangs by 10 points here in the fourth quarter with under a minute to go. Empty back formation. Silva back to pass. He throws it over the middle and completes it to Franklin. And he's going to get past the 35 to the 36-yard line. Mesa in a desperate situation here, trailing by 10, under a minute to go. Silva back to pass, throws it to the left and completes it once again to Franklin. 36 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Empty back formation, trips to the right. Silva back to pass. He throws it towards the right and completes it. And that will be a short gain to Valapondo. Third down and long. Shotgun formation. Silva throws it towards the right, incomplete. Fourth down, and this should do it. 23 seconds to go. Silva back to pass. He throws it over the middle. It's tipped up, and that ball is intercepted by Shearer. And that will indeed do it for this contest as Shearer gets his second interception of the night. And the Mustangs will be victorious and advance to the CIF Division 6 championship game. Let's take another look at this replay as Silva just desperately throws that ball over the middle, and Shearer makes a leaping deflection and then hauls it in on his way down to the ground, and that will do it for this contest. All the Mustangs have to do is take a knee, and they will advance to the CIF Division 6 championship game with 16 seconds to go. Victory formation. De La Cruz takes a knee, and that will do it. The Mustangs, after starting the season 0-7, win 6 straight games to advance to the CIF Division 6 championship game. The Mustangs will take on the Simi Valley Pioneers at Waller Stadium next week, as Simi Valley was able to take down Huntington Beach 32-29. That game was scoreless after the first quarter, and Simi Valley scored 10 points in the second quarter to take a 10-0 lead at halftime. In the third quarter, Huntington Beach outscored Simi Valley 22-7 and took a 22-17 lead into the fourth quarter. Simi Valley then outscored Huntington Beach 15-7 in the fourth quarter to come from behind and advance to the CIF Division 6 championship with a 32-29 victory. In the year of the comeback, the Mustangs come back once again in the semifinals, first trailing 14-0 and then 24-23. The Mustangs finish off this comeback and get their sixth straight win and will advance to the CIF Division 6 championship game. We'll see you next week at the Wall.
This is Jeremy Sadowski with Coach Morrow. Coach, you've had some incredible teams during your time at Costa. This job by you and the coaching staff is amazing this season. Can you talk about this team and making it to the finals?
I was trying to share that with the kids. I think they understand how much these guys comb every inch of film and everything. But you know how it is, Jeremy. I mean, you played, you know the game. The coaches, great. It's all great, and I really admire how hard these guys work. But these guys were the ones that implemented, and they're always the ones that implemented. And the fact that they didn't stop, and go away after dropping those first 7. So I think just remarkable. So, and what a reward for just hanging it. I mean, if that's not a lesson for life, I don't know what it is. If you hang in there, something good might happen to you. So, pretty cool. We got unfinished business. That's a pretty darn good team out there. So. Let's see me.
This is Jeremy Sadowski with junior Nico De La Cruz. Nico, the Mustangs pulled off an incredible comeback in the season of the incredible comeback. Can you talk about tonight's performance and going to the finals?
Yeah, we started off slow on offense, but we pulled through. Shows our resilience for our team and how much that we can pull through as a team together. This was a team win.
It's Jeremy Sadowski with junior Brad Shear. Incredible game tonight. You had 2 interceptions, helping the Mustangs advance to the finals. Can I get your thoughts on tonight's defensive performance?
We started off first half, it was a little slow. Second half, we held them to 7 points. It was good. It was fun.
Can you walk me through that fourth down stop on 4th and short that you guys did?
We stopped on 3rd down short. I knew we were going to stop him. Just knew it was coming.
This is Jeremy Sadowski with senior Slater Smith. Mustangs are on their way to the finals. Can I get your thoughts on tonight's game and making it all the way to the end?
Yeah, for sure. It was just a great game. This is what playoff football is all about, It was back and forth for a lot of it. We didn't get the ball going at the start, but we picked it up towards the end, and it's just a great feeling to be able to go to the finals.
It's Jeremy Sadowski with senior Charlie O'Connor. Mustangs move on to the finals. You had that incredible fake punt conversion, incredible catches this game. What are your thoughts on making it in the finals?
I am beyond excited. In my life, that game, our whole team played defensively, offensively. 3 turnovers in the first half, and we come back from that. Our team is so ready for that finals game, and we're playing at home. I'm really excited.
This is Jeremy Sadowski with senior Reese Leonard. Reese, the Mustang seniors just did not want to stop this season. You guys finished off so strong this evening, and you're on your way to the finals. Can I get your thoughts on tonight's game?
I mean, we knew all the risks coming into it. We knew this could be our last game. And, I think the boys were fired up coming into it. We had a great plan, both sides of the ball. The boys fought hard, really hard. I'm proud of everybody, and let's get a ring, boys. Let's go.
This is Jeremy Sadowski with senior Jacob Goldberg. Jacob, the Mustangs, early in this season, started 0-7. You guys didn't give up. You haven't lost since, and you're on your way to the finals. Can you just talk about this team a little bit?
Oh yeah, it really just shows our character. We're not gonna give up no matter what. We played really good teams during our preseason, and it really just built us up, gave us the skills that are necessary for the postseason. And we played a great team today, but we kept fighting. We were down 14-0, we kept fighting, went up by 10. What a great game. I'm just so excited for my guys. We were out there, my guys on defense were out there tackling a 220-pound running back every play. But hey, we put him on his ass though. So yes sir, go States, yeah.